What's going on, guys? Keegan here from Punisher's Paintball. I am here with cameraman Doug today, and we are doing...
That's not my name!
I'm sorry.
Media guy Doug. So today we're bringing you a video on the ultimate paintball stocking stuffers. If you've got a paintballer in your life and you don't really know what to get them, don't want to blow the budget on getting them something, these are some easy things that aren't terribly expensive and pretty much any paintball player would like. So with that out of the way, make sure you follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. Give us a subscription here on YouTube and we'll catch you after the intro.
Where should we start, Doug? There's tons of different items that are good for stocking stuffers or smaller items that maybe you have a little sibling that wants to get something for you but can't quite afford, like a gun or something like that.
I mean, for a lot of us during Christmas time, especially being in Ohio, it's cold.
It is.
Kind of can't go wrong with an Exalt beanie. They have a lot of different colors that we offer through Punishers.
Yeah. Exalt, or also like HK makes them, and a lot of different companies make them. Doesn't have to be Exalt.
Paintball beanies are a good way to go because we love casual wear, especially as paintball has really started to grow into that space of casual wear. You can't go wrong. Hoodies, t-shirts, beanies, everything like that. Those are great, less expensive options.
Yeah, definitely.
Something else for your paintball player. Everybody breaks paint every now and again. Sometimes it's bad paint, sometimes it's too cold. You have to clean your gun out, right? You got to clean your barrel out. All different kinds of barrel swabs here at Punishers. I mean, these things are a lifesaver on the field.
Exalt, Empire, Barrel,
Valken, Virtue,
2-pack.
Love Virtue. We love Virtue for that.
HK has two types.
They do.
They do.
Let's talk about it a little bit.
That is just the normal barrel swab, so it doesn't have the actual squeegee part. I threw my Exalt one down. But it doesn't have the actual rubber squeegee part that you would see on the Exalt Barrel Made. However, their Blade 2.0 does feature that on the end.
That's right.
And it actually has the double-sided actual microfiber material on it. So that's really the differences. They kind of range in price. So.
Wait.
I tried to throw it forward.
Why don't we show them the other one here? I'll make it appear in 3, 2, 1. So this is the other one, the actual barrel made, okay? It's got this longer plastic end. It's got this side that's meant to squeegee out all the rough paint and all the shell and stuff. This one cleans it up. A great option, extremely popular. A lot of players love that.
Probably the most popular of them all, just because you do have that option to have the rubber piece that's going to be clearing it out and not just dirtying up your microfiber material.
That's right. You got to save that, keep it clean. So in the spirit of keeping things clean, sometimes you get what I like to call a money pod. You get paint that breaks in your pod as you're running around. It's just brittle. It happens, right? So the Exalt and HK offers this as well.
They do. With the mister.
That's right. Or you can spray your lens down a little bit as well before you wipe it with something else. But they're microfiber pod swabs. These things are a lifesaver in tournaments and events.
They 100% are. These things are nice. When I first started playing paintball, had pods. If I needed to clean them, I'd grab a microfiber cloth or something like that. Try to get my hand down there.
Shove it down inside of it.
I have small hands, and it still doesn't work. So these things are nice to just like kind of jam down there, twist them out, and good to go. Pod's clean and ready to play next point.
Honestly, I like these too because they really would just fit in the shape of a stocking. They just go right down to the heel.
Definitely.
So that's good on cleaning items. Now, let's say you have someone in your home that loves to tech, right?
Yes.
They love to go through their gun. They love to clean it. Maybe they clean other guns for their friends. There's a couple items here that are great for that. One,
my personal favorite, the Planet Eclipse barrel muffler. This thing is phenomenal. If you guys don't have them or haven't heard of them, but it's an item that you can screw onto the front of your gun rather than your barrel, and it's going to muffle the actual shot. So if you're in your house, you don't want to be shooting, it's going to be a lot quieter. It's not going to silence it, but it's going to be a lot quieter. And also, added feature, probably my favorite feature being an LV fanboy, this allows you to dry fire your LV. The big thing with LVs is that it relies on the back pressure from the ball to help push the ball back, and so if you keep dry firing it, eventually your solenoid will end up going bad a lot sooner than it would have. This just allows you to tech your LV when you can't be outside or on the field or anything like that shooting actual paint.
So now when you are going through and teching all these guns and all these things, I'm sure it can be kind of easy to lose parts sometimes, right?
It can be.
So we have something here that can prevent
that. It can be. Exalt Tech Mat, Planet Eclipse makes them. I think the HK might have some too. However, I'm not 100% sure on that.
More commonly, we see the Planet Eclipse one and the Exalt one.
The Exalt one, probably my favorite. Exalt did this really nice thing on this side here where they add it so that you can actually insert your O-rings into these slots here, and it will tell you what size it is based off the size, and then it kind of has a little groove that you can pull them out with. So that's really nice, as well as you have your slot for putting all your screws and stuff like that. The big thing with the Exalt one is the fact that it features this kind of hexagonal indentation. If you drop a screw or a spring or something like that, it's much less likely to bounce off of your mat. It's more likely to just get caught in your mat. So that's a pretty huge thing that people don't see.
And I mean, even aside from that, just the material it's made of is like pretty grippy, especially on the back. You don't want it to go anywhere. Exalt is pretty, at least in my opinion, like they're known for making really solid stuff. Yeah. One of their other very grippy materials and very grippy products that is used very commonly in paintball are tank covers.
Oh yeah.
So these are some of the ones that go on the back half of a paintball tank. HK Army offers one that is actually like cylindrically shaped to fit on those 48 tanks.
A full cover as well, so it's going to be protective.
Right. But these are obviously very inexpensive. It's very useful. Any paintball player would love to have one of these. Keeps their tank from sliding around on their shoulder. So a great stocking stuffer option.
Definitely. Tons of different color options and stuff like that. Going back to teching, smaller thing, but a bigger thing for paintballers. Paintball grease, lube, oil. Doesn't really matter the brand. Some people will say like Ultra Silk, stuff like that. However, I think that really any lube works. I personally use the Planet Eclipse just because it's what I have and it's easy to get. It's all Dow 33, so any type of lube, throw that in your stocking. Real nice thing to have. So next up, a thing that people are constantly losing at the field, probably the thing that is lost the most at the field. I have seen Joel go through 7 of these in a single day of playing. So with that being said, barrel covers. All sorts of different kinds. These are a thing that doesn't even matter the color or anything, doesn't have to match. Some people like to get them to match. However, it doesn't really matter.
Nope.
Anything that covers your barrel, you always need it at the field. You cannot play if you don't have one.
And as we saw for tournament players, you can get a penalty if a ref sees you outside the net with one of these off your gun.
Correct.
If it's not on your gun. So
happened to one of our players.
At World Cup.
Yep, at World Cup 2020. So always need these. You have the soft ones, the shocker ones. You have Exalt has.
They got a lot of fun designs.
Yeah, they have probably 50 to 100 different types of designs and colors.
HK Army.
Yeah, HK. The nice thing about the HK one, it has a ball breaker inside of it that'll break the paint if you shoot.
Yep.
You have the Virtue. You have the Bunker Kings, which actually is the same exact thing. Sister companies. So
that being said, let's move on to something else that also is meant for your compressed air tank or your CO2 tank as well. This one can be used on either. This is a thread cover. This way your tank is protected when you're traveling.
Oh.
Some people like to buy a tank case as well, but as far as the important part, which is your reg and your threads, this will keep you all covered up. Nothing's getting any kind of water damage on it, anything like that. No extra corrosion. This will keep you covered up. And what's really nice is a lot of these offer a little section on top that you can put spare O-rings on as well, so that if for some reason one of your players' O-rings goes when they're at the field, pop one of these bad boys on and they're good to go play again. Yeah. Extremely inexpensive, extremely small. You could even get a couple of these if they have multiple tanks.
Yep. And then moving on from that, another tank item, a little bit smaller, but a nice stocking stuffer. Fill nipple covers. These things are great. They actually have 2 different designs of them. You have the HK Army ones, which actually just clip onto your fill nipple to protect it from any damage or anything getting inside of it. As well as you have the Ninja ones that are actually magnetic. The Ninja ones are a little bit smaller, so maybe a little bit easier to lose. However, either works, either will stay on. I like HK because they have tons of different colors.
Right.
Probably last and final thing that we have here, headbands, head wraps. Boom. Let's
Paintball players and their ag. It is like a religious thing. It's a superstition thing. Like, I know some dudes that will not play without like their sandana and then 2 headbands and then a beanie over top. Like it's.
Yep. My sandana. Yep.
Paintball head.
You got Planet. You got Die.
Get this out of here.
You've got Exalt. HK Army. More HK. More Die with the Iron Man.
I'm trying to behave.
head wrap from HK.
This is kind of styled like the old Sandana.
It is. It definitely is.
It's a nice throwback.
I think it's the flying skulls is what they call it.
Yep.
So those are all things that all players will use. That one might be a little bit more pick and choose. One player might like a certain color or a certain design. Some people like black head wraps. Some people like something like this or like a camo. So at the least, they can always take it back, get a new one.
Right. Or I mean, if you know the person that you're buying for pretty well, you probably know their favorite colors and things that they would wear. Either way, I don't think anybody would be too upset about having some new headgear to wear. Personally, I love this one. It's the HK design with some like Star Wars and R2-D2 stuff on it. You can get creative with it. You can have a lot of fun with it and really give your paintball player a great Christmas. So, I mean, everything here is available at punisherspb.com. If you guys like this video, be sure to let us know. We'll do another one next year. Check us out on social media. We'll catch you next time.